So what is the MMI?
The Multimedia Institute is an experience that students take in their junior year where they're totally immersed in nothing but media. That's all the classes they take. And the reason for this is we found that students were graduating and they still didn't know what they wanted to do. It's like, well, I've got to go out and find a job and figure it out. And so by doing this in the junior year, students have a broad experience. They then get to decide what they're good at, and they spend their senior year specializing in that. So as a result, they're really, in many ways, a year ahead of other people that are graduating with a similar degree from other universities. I started looking at what changes we needed to make to the curriculum in the early 90s. So by 1996, the Multimedia Institute had come into existence.
How has the MMI changed through its inception?
Well, we've certainly had a turnover in faculty. We have newer, younger faculty that are teaching, and that's exciting. I hope that we continue to bring in more professionals to speak into the lives of the students, and certainly the equipment is out of sight. What you can buy for the same $1,000 is amazing today. Even storage, you look at what a gigabyte used to cost, and it was $1,000 a gig, and now you can buy a thumb drive for $12 that's got 12 gig on it. It's amazing.
I've been involved in training the MMI students on the hands-on aspect of production, particularly as it relates to shooting our chapel productions and any of the other very large-scale type productions here in the Mabee Center or up in Christ Chapel or some of the other events that we've done on campus. The MMIers come for a boot camp here down at the Mabee Center, where they work with myself and other members of the Golden Eagle Broadcasting staff to help them learn how to use the cameras, how to set up the cameras, learn how to operate the jib, which is behind me here, and really be able to create a production that represents ORU very well on the various stations and networks that our chapel program airs around the world. When I was a student back in the 1980s, we didn't have a program called MMI. The degree was called telecommunications. The students who ran camera for Richard and Oral Roberts TV programs auditioned for running camera for the production. You had to demonstrate a certain level of skill and expertise before you ever got to run camera for Oral and Richard's TV programs. Students did it as interns. Some students did it as scholarship. It varied depending on the level of skill and qualifications of the student. So without MMI, we would have to go to that kind of a mode, and that would be only the best of the best, would get to run camera. I think the MMI program now affords students a greater opportunity to get hands-on experience than it did when I was a student, because only the best of the best got to run the cameras. Only the best of the best got to run the jib and got to be involved in the production in a more hands-on standpoint.
When I was looking for a job in a university and I heard about the MMI, it really excited me because it's an opportunity for students to work on projects together and really focus on production instead of just book work. I think the MMI is still like a hidden program on campus. I don't know if a lot of people know about it. We're in the basement of the LRC. We don't have a lot of exposure. Sometimes at boot camp when we do the C-stand march and people see us on campus shooting or marching with the C-stands, people are like, what is that here at ORU? So I'm not sure how visible we are. I know the Film Gala has helped us be visible on campus, but most of the time we're super busy working on projects, so I'm not sure how much people know that we exist. I've had some sophomores coming to me going like, I really love this. It's what I always wanted to do. I didn't know you guys existed. So it's a matter of telling our stories, but we're just too busy building students. So that's probably one thing we need to work on trying to promote, well, at least to show our work more to the campus. The MMI is an intense year with a lot of opportunities, a lot of activities. So it really makes an impact on the students because like I said, the students come with different talents and different shortcomings. So having the experience of the MMI, it helps them see what their talents are and help them grow in that and help them shine in certain areas. It also helps them see where they're weak and what they need to work on. Many of them also realize that, wow, this is not really what I'm cut out for. It helps them figure it out. What is it that they want to do for a living, as the MMI gives them opportunities to try different things. The trip to LA and the NAB is pretty impactful. That's probably one of the most ones that I've heard about when we come back from the trip, or even on the plane back or at the airport, hearing from the students how helpful that is to help them see where they fit in the industry. For some reason, hearing from different professionals that, and dialoguing with different professionals, it helps them figure it out, where they at and what they want to do for a living.
The goal of having the MMI students crew the chapel production is to give them some hands-on, real-world experience in a live production environment, working with broadcast cameras, getting to operate a jib, shooting concert-style worship like we have here, shooting the teaching. That many of them may have had some of that experience at a church, but maybe not to the same level of production that we like to do here, because our program is seen all over the world. So it's really getting them some more hands-on experience.
The impact that the MMI has left on me was that I can, be able to do whatever job has been asked of me and to be able to execute it really well, because that way I know, what they ask of me and how I can do it, and just be able to put my 100% into it instead of kind of not knowing what I'm doing. What the MMI has prepared me for the job field, I would say just being able to know how things work, and how being on set, it's just like, go, go, go. There are times where you can just sit and relax, but most of the time, if you just gotta get that shot and just go on to the next one, there's not time to dilly-dally, and just being able to just get whatever you need done. So that way you're not rushing to get everything done, you're not being stressed out. And also just being able to see how different people are working with each other, whether it's lighting or the camera operator or audio, and just being able to see everyone just come together and work as one operation.
I think the MMI is also impactful because it gives opportunities to relate to each other and to see what part they liked and enjoy to do the most. And then they take on that and they hone their skills. They see how they shine in that, and they see how they're appreciated from other students, just the peer review per se, and they see like, wow, you're really good at this, you're really good at that. That really feeds them in a way that encourages them to keep going on that.
All right, man, we back with bagel reviews. My boy Alex, man. Alex, let the people know what it is, man. How's the bagel?
Not that good. It's kind of cold.
Scale of 1 to 10.
Probably like a 2.
I think just the relationship of being in a whole together, we've all been able to bond closer. Being in the MMI, being together almost 24/7, it's really just kind of opened my eyes to teamwork and being able to work with everyone, and getting to learn other people's strengths and weaknesses and being able to help each other. And also like the creative minds that different people have. Not everybody's good at script writing, not everybody's good at audio, but then you have people who are good at stuff and they can teach you. So I think that's the great thing about like